Have you ever written something and it just felt a little robotic? You know, like a list of facts instead of a smooth story? Well, today we're going to fix that. We're going to learn exactly how to connect our ideas so your writing flows and sounds amazing. Let's dive in. Okay, take a look at this. On the left, you've got I wake up, I eat breakfast, I go to school. I mean, it's correct, but it's pretty flat, right? Now look at the right side. I wake up and eat breakfast before I go to school. Ah, see the difference? It just flows. It's a tiny story. The secret sauce is just a few simple words, and that's what we're going to master today. So why does this matter so much? Well, because when sentences are short and disconnected, you're making your reader do all the hard work. They have to guess how all your ideas are supposed to fit together. Our job as writers is to be the guide, to lead them smoothly from one point to the next. That's how we make our writing clear, logical, and just easy to read. So, how are we going to do this? With two kinds of words that I like to call sentence superglue. No, seriously, think of it just like that. These words are the invisible force that sticks your sentences together, turning what was a jumbled pile of ideas into a strong, connected piece of writing. All right, let's open up our first toolkit. We're talking about connectors. These are the words that literally build bridges between your thoughts. They signal to the reader exactly how two ideas are related, whether they're similar, if they're complete opposites, or if one thing caused another. First up is the most famous, most common connector of them all. And. This is your go-to when you just want to add one similar idea to another. For example, I wake up at 6 a.m. and take a shower. Waking up, taking a shower, they're both part of the same morning routine, and it just hooks them together perfectly. Simple as that. But what if your ideas are different, or even opposites? Well, that's what but is for. It's like a big flashing sign that tells your reader, hey, get ready for a change of direction. Here's a classic example. I like coffee, but my sister prefers tea. You've got two different preferences, and that single word, but, makes the contrast totally clear. Our next connector is because. This one is all about answering the question, why? Anytime you need to give a reason or an explanation for something, this is the word you need. Check this out. I study hard because I want good grades. Why do you study hard? Because you want good grades, see? It creates that perfect cause and effect link. It's so powerful. And the last connector we'll look at right now is or. You use this one whenever you're laying out different choices or possibilities. For example, I play soccer or basketball in my free time. It sets up two options, nice and clean. It's either one or the other. Okay, so we've got the bridges to connect our ideas. Now it's time to build the road. Let's grab our second tool, sequencers. If connectors link ideas together, sequencers put those ideas in the right order. They create a timeline so your reader knows exactly what happens when. And here are our 4 key sequencers for today. First, next, later, and finally. I want you to think of these as signposts. They guide your reader step by step, so there is absolutely no confusion about the order of events. Now this is where it really gets cool. Watch how these words totally transform a boring list into an actual story. First, I wake up. Next, I brush my teeth. You see that? Every single word tells us exactly where we are on the timeline. It's not just a list anymore, it's a narrative. All right, we've got the tools. We understand how they work. Now for the really fun part. Let's see what happens when we unleash our sentence superglue on a real paragraph. Prepare to be amazed. Okay, here it is. The before. Just listen to this. I wake up, I have breakfast, I need energy. Ugh, it's so choppy, isn't it? It just feels like a list of commands. Your brain has to do all the work to piece it together. And now, the transformation. Whoa, look at the text on the right. Just by weaving in our connectors and sequencers, that robotic list becomes a living, breathing story. First, I wake up and have breakfast because I need energy. Suddenly, it all makes sense. It flows. That is what these tools can do. Okay, to make sure you're using these like a pro, just remember 3 super quick tips. Number 1, always use capital letters at the start of a sentence and for the pronoun I. That's a must. 2, after a sequencer like first or next, pop a comma in there. And 3, if you're writing about someone else, like he or she, remember to add that S to the verb, like he studies. Easy peasy. So, you've seen the tools, you've witnessed the transformation, and you know the quick tips. You know what that means?
There's only one thing left to do. It's time for you to build your story.
Okay, here is your mission. I want you to write a quick paragraph about your own daily routine. But here's the challenge. You have to try and use our connectors, and, but, because, or, and our sequencers. First, next, later, and finally. Go on, give it a shot. It's truly the best way to make these ideas stick. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about writing down your morning routine. This is about making everything you write, every email, every essay, every message, clearer, stronger, and way more connected. So the real question I'll leave you with is this: how will you connect your ideas?